It's me. I'm back. That was the dumbest intro that I'm probably ever going to do for a video. Anyway, let me just throw notebooks all over the place. Hey! It's a new year. It's a new year, and sorry I haven't recorded recently. Sorry I haven't posted anything. I had a video made for the past 2 weeks, and I just didn't feel like posting it. So those will probably never get posted. I don't think. It'll be fine if they don't. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2020. I still don't have 2020 vision. That's an old joke. No one laugh at that. Anyway, the holiday season's technically over. I don't really care about what happens in February because I don't have a reason to celebrate it, so the holiday season's over for me. If it's not for you, keep having fun or holidays, whatever you do for the holidays. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Just get used to it because it's going to be one heck of a year between now and whenever a year is from when I started recording these. And hopefully by the end of them, I'll have learned something about how to manage whatever's going on. Probably not, though. It'll probably get... It's going to keep just doing the roller coaster thing it has done for the last 2 years. Anyway, so I've got a couple prompts, I guess is the word that I want to use for that. They're questions, but I like to call them questions because it makes it seem like I prepared for this. And I technically didn't. But anyway, I'm going to answer some of these questions about really just kind of give you an idea of what my holiday was like, what my holiday season was like, and we'll go from there. That'll be the video for today. I will say, I'll give this update. Mentally and emotionally, I've been okay. I mean, as you can tell right now, I'm in a pretty good mood because I'm making jokes and they're not funny. So I'm in a good mood. And yeah, but December's been weird. As the previous videos have definitely shown, December has been weird. I can't get an update on October. That's been resolved. Feelings are gone. I'm still looking at my calendar. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of dealt with, or at least in my mind has been dealt with as well as I can. And gosh, I just got an email. That was really distracting. I don't even remember. Oh, okay, October, that's one. She still doesn't know, which is going to be my plan until she figures it out. That's what's going to happen. If she ever figures it out, then that's how she'll know. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell her, which is fine because that was the plan anyway, not to tell her, because I wanted to get over the feelings before she figured out, and it did. It worked. It's the one plan of 2019 that actually worked, that I had to deal with. So anyway, some of the questions. Did you have fun seeing your family? Yeah, it was pretty great. I mean, I've been home several times during the past semester, and it was good to see them then. But yeah, it was great to spend some more time with them, more time than I would normally if I was just home. But yeah, I think it was 2 weeks at this point that I spent with them. And I mean, obviously, my siblings were annoying again, but you know, I still love them. And it was great. So, how was it going back home after school? I mean, it was normal, honestly, because I was there for Civil Air Patrol meetings, for a Christmas party on the 17th, and then I was home until today. I wasn't able to record any then because my computer was packed up and in another city. As I said, I think in my last video, that I recorded on my phone. But it was great. I mean, it was just like normal, just like being there at normal. Nothing exciting. Nothing more exciting than normal would be at the house. So, anything interesting or funny happen? Lord Jesus help me. Yes, a lot happened. So, I don't even know where to begin. December. I'll just start. Like, December has been weird. All right, it's been really weird. I started recording the other videos. Gosh, that really messed up my hair. I started recording the other videos, and it since then it's kind of been up and down. I can definitely say that I've been in a better state mentally, not so much emotionally because I had to deal with a lot of stuff in December, but I was definitely in a better state mentally because I was able to kind of put things into words, even though I'm terrible with putting things into words. But yeah, I did Christmas with both sets of grandparents. One on the 21st, one on the 23rd, and then obviously my family did Christmas on the 25th. I can definitely say that I'm getting old or older because I had asked for and got super excited when I got a blender for Christmas, and I got really excited about it, which makes me seem old. One funny thing that did happen, I started taking joint supplements, so I'm getting old, y'all. I'm getting really old. I'm gonna keep going with this one. Funny. I mean, we had on the 27th, right? Yeah, 27th to 28th of December. I had the Move conference, which was great. We had a lot of memes come out of it that I will never share. Correction. I'll probably make a little compilation video of the dumb stuff that we did, y'all. Like, there were random points where I would just like pick up my phone and I would just start recording. Just grab my video camera and just start recording. And there were times where it got really dumb. They got really dumb, y'all. But their Move conference was great. I got to help. I did not do it, obviously. We had one of the preachers who were there, Clayton King. He preached a very, very nice message, and I'll probably in the next video go through both of those and just kind of give my thoughts on them. But it was an amazing message. And we had 5 kids from our group accept Christ, which was an amazing feeling. But then I got to since I was there as a chaperone, I got to go down with them and talk with them afterwards, which was a surreal moment for me because 7 years prior, in Move of 2012, I was in their position. And then here I am 7 years later at Move 2019, and I'm a chaperone, and I get to do the same thing. It was a wonderful feeling. Like, even just saying that in words doesn't describe how amazing it was to have that happen. But yeah, Move Conference was great. There were a couple artists who were there. Riley Clemens, which there's a meme about that. And if you know what the meme is, you know what it is. If not, I'm sorry. I think everyone who watches these videos knows it. So there's not much I can say besides, I mean, if you know it, you know it. We had Micah Tyler, who was amazing. And I'll bring him up later again in another point. Crowder. That's the other one was. I'm forgetting things way too easily. Crowder was the other artist there, and he was great. He's wonderful live. I've heard him live 3 times now, and he gets better and better every time. It's amazing. And then I don't want to spoil that. That's another question for later. But yeah, break was great. Honestly, I got a flight tomorrow, so break's over at this point. Yay! But classes start the 8th for some of them, and then I've got a fairly difficult class that I've got an in-person meeting for on the 13th, maybe. I don't have January open on my calendar yet because I literally just got here. But yeah, break was great. Hopefully, definitely hoping that 2020 is better than 2019. How's your family? Normally, a Southern person would ask, "How's your mom and them?" So the person who sent me these questions, just so you know, it's how's your mom and them? Just kidding. You're a wonderful person. Anyway, what the heck? Oh, my computer screen turned off. How's my family? Family's pretty great. There's not much I can say except, I mean, they're great. One of them is sick right now. He wasn't sick the whole break, but he's. Hopefully, I didn't get it because what he has is incredibly contagious, and every time someone else in my family has had it, I've always gotten it. We were hoping it wasn't the flu. It's not the flu, luckily, which makes hopefully another year that I've gone no flu. But I'm really hoping I'm not sick. Hopefully I don't make someone else sick. Hopefully I'm not just a carrier. Anyway, family's okay. If you have any traditions, what are they and how'd they go? My family doesn't do a lot for New Year's. We used to do stuff for Christmas. We still did some stuff for Christmas, but normally on Christmas, in previous years, we would basically on the 24th, we would Christmas Eve, we would watch movies all day, and then we would watch. Last movie we would watch would be Polar Express. We would do the hot chocolate when the hot chocolate song came on. When we finished with Polar Express, my dad would always give one person. If you've seen Polar Express, you know that there's a point where it's like the first gift of Christmas. My dad would always do one of those, which was always set aside for whoever. And then we'd all go to bed after we put out the cookies and milk and all that. This year we did none of that. We instead, I think starting the 22nd, we went through all the Star Wars movies. Now, granted, we did watch them in not the suggested order. We watched them in episode order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on Christmas, we got to go see Rise of Skywalker, which was, if you haven't seen it, it's a fantastic movie. Definitely did not deserve hardly any of the crap that it got on the internet. Like, the internet just hated that movie. Which is weird because, like, people who are actual Star Wars fans loved it, and those are the opinions that I care about because I'm one. And yeah, it was a great movie. There were some things that I've seen since then and been like, oh, this is a plot hole. I don't care. It was a good movie. But yeah, that was probably a tradition that we may have started. I don't know. Normally we do some kind of movie marathon leading up to Christmas. It's typically Harry Potter. That's what it's been in years past. When The Force Awakens came out, we did Star Wars, and then we went to go on Christmas. We went to go watch it in theaters, which is what we did this year with Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, nothing really for that. For New Year's Eve, we don't really do much. We stay up all night. In the past, we've watched the New York the New York Fall drop into the next year. But this year we kind of just hung out. We watched Doctor Who for quite a while, and then like an hour before midnight, we we went outside and we kind of just sat under the stars for a while, watching some fireworks, and I get to nerd out all over everyone about stars and stuff, and talking about how stars formed and all that. I went way into too much detail for them because some of them already know that because of me, but and then from there, our traditions kind of broke separately. So since 2016, I've had I'll get to my traditions later. My family's anyway. Leading up to it, we just sat around watching the stars, watching fireworks. When it hits midnight, we have sparkling juice. So some of us had sparkling grape juice, some of us had sparkling apple juice, which was great. And as it hits midnight, we drink it, and then we prayed, and then we all went to bed. For me, my traditions were a little bit different. Since 2016, I've had a thing. 2016, I accidentally started this, so for whatever reason, in 2016, I kept track of the very first song that I listened to in that year, and I'm gonna try to pull it up, figure out exactly what it was, because I can't remember at this point, because I've just added another song to it. Pretty sure it was Verge by Owl City, and I took that, and I decided, hey, I've kept track of it since it was the first song, might as well see if I can remember at the end of the year to play it again. And I did. Okay, so yeah, here it was. So running tradition with myself, so 2016, I start and end a year with the same song. So 2016 was an accident that I kept track of the first song. And so I just kind of made it, I'll listen to the same song at the end of the year. And then I made a tradition. So what happens is, this happens now. But in 2016, I was just randomly listening to music during the transition into the new year, and it was the first song that played. I was on shuffle, and it was the first song that played. And then at the end of the year, I made an effort to play that song, or make that song the last song, and it was. But then I kind of clicked shuffle on like just all of my music. I clicked shuffle, and then that next song, whatever the first song is after it strikes midnight, is that song for that next year. So for 2016, it was Verge by Owl City. That was the first and last song. And then 2017, I transitioned to Comatose by Skillet. Y'all, my music was weird back then. It's still pretty weird. Like, a lot of people don't like the stuff that I listen to, but I don't care. 2017, that's how it was. So I hit... I played the Owl City song as the last one on December 31st of 2016. And then the first song I played on January 1st, 2017 was the Skillet song. That was the last song that I played in 2017. And then 2018 I actually forgot about it. Normally, what I had done for 2016 and 2017 and what I did for this year and for 2018. So basically, for 2018, I just forgot about it, forgot about the fact that it was the first one. So normally what I do, I'll stay up all night, and I'll make sure I play the song like right after midnight. I'll play that first song. For 2018, I forgot about it, and it ended up like I was like halfway through the day before I listened to anything, and it was the song Pineapple Breeze by Vexento, which is a wonderful song, but it was really funny how that happened. Anyway, that was the first and last song, 2018, Pineapple Breeze. 2019 was done by random again, so I played Pineapple Breeze. We were actually in Texas, and we were driving to a campsite at that point, and I knew that the new year was coming soon. Like we had like an hour or so till. Once we got there, we had an hour or so till it actually started. So we got set up, and I was like, I've got to play my song. And then click shuffle, and it ended up, I've been listening to some artist radio on Spotify, and it ended up a song called Whenever by Crisscross Amsterdam, which is a wonderful song. That was the first song of 2019, and it was the last one of 2019. So I ended up with like 30 seconds to spare in 2019. I ended up finishing that song. 30 seconds later, it hits 2020, and then I click shuffle on my music, and it ends up with a song. The weird thing is, it is done by random, completely by random. Click shuffle on the liked songs. But the weird thing about this year's was the song that it chose. I added it to my library 2 days ago, and of the thousands of songs that it could have chosen to play once I hit shuffle, it decided to play the song I added 2 days ago. It's the song "Last" by Micah Tyler, and I know that everything doesn't happen by accident, so there's a reason why the song played. But it ended up kind of as a call to action. If you've ever heard the song, you know what I mean. But if you haven't, look up the song "Last" by Micah Tyler, and it's really a call to action. And that's what I'm gonna say it as. It's a call to action for this next year and for the next decade. Honestly, wonderful song. But yeah, that's my tradition. And then I ended up with a pretty serious headache and didn't go to sleep until 2:30. So it was a wonderful 24 hours. Anyway, what am I going to be doing now that I'm back at school? Hopefully flying. I mean, I've got a flight tomorrow morning at 9, and I'm honest. I mean, I don't have any flights for the rest of the week, but I'm hoping that I'll have more flights in this next semester than I did in the previous one. So I'm taking 2 flight classes now for this second semester. I'm continuing with my instrument flight class, but then I'm starting an upset and spin recovery class, which basically the best way to explain this, an upset and spin recovery class, you're in an aerobatic airplane, so it can take high G loads, and you intentionally put the aircraft into positions and maneuvers that in normal operations you do not want to be in, for the reason of they can be quite deadly. For instance, I will be intentionally putting a plane into a spin and into into aggressive points of maneuvering, which are quite hard to get out of. Spins are, unless you know how to get out of them, spins are impossible to get out of. And even if you're a really good pilot and you know how to get out of a spin, it's still incredibly difficult. So for that class, we get to wear parachutes. I know a lot of people who are not happy about me doing that class. My mother is one of them. But I'm sure I have other people who worry about me, even though I tell them not to. And they'll just have to be worried for that class. Because it's going to be fun. And I got a couple of classes. I'm taking an astronomy class, which, based off of how the professor of that class sent like a letter out to all the students, and while I do love astronomy, like that's kind of part of my ultimate goal as a human being, to be an astronomer, be an astronaut. The way that the professor has made the class sound, he makes it sound like it's going to be the most difficult class you've ever taken, which I can hopefully assure myself that it's not going to be the most difficult class I've ever taken. I took college level physics under a professor that didn't know what he was talking about. I still ended up passing, so I feel like I'll do fine. Hopefully. But it's something that I love, so I mean, hopefully the math and all the stuff that goes along with it hopefully my brain can understand it. It should be able to, because there's tutorials everywhere on how to do that kind of stuff. I'm taking a human resources class, which is basically just how to deal with people in an aviation sense, which honestly, if there was a class that just taught you how to deal with people normally, I would take it in a heartbeat, because there. That's a topic for another video. I'm gonna save that so I have something to talk about in a few weeks. And the last question I've already partially answered, and it's also kind of an odd one to answer for no reason in particular. How am I? How am I doing? That's a really good question. How am I doing? I don't know. Honestly, I've been in such a variation of moods recently that, like, I don't really know how I am. Honestly, I mean, if you're asking, like, physically, I'm still overweight. I'm still much bigger than I want to be. But the issue is, if I try to lose weight, I'm going to gain weight and muscle mass. Genetics are a wonderful thing. Anyway, I mean, mentally I'm okay. Last night I did have a certain person text me while I'm texting somebody else, and I'm just like, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to respond. I refuse to respond. And luckily the person who I was talking with helped me calm down and not lose my mind. And so I just ignored that conversation. So mentally, I mean, I'm pretty confusing, honestly. Pretty confused. The DC crew that I've talked about before, we are over planners. Our personalities are such that, like, when we start to plan something, we over plan it, or we plan it way too early. So we're already talking about a trip that we're going to make in 6 months, when no one knows at all what they're going to be doing in 6 months. But we started planning it anyway. But I'm just gonna love these people because they're wonderful people, and whenever we decide to meet up again, I will be very happy because they make me very happy. Emotionally, I mean, I'm okay. I just spent a month with pretty rather unfortunate feelings for somebody, and they'll never know, which I'm fine with. But it started like November 25th, 26th, I think, was when I first was like, and then December 30th, I would say, I was just like, yeah, I think I'm over it at this point. But Lord, the transition between that first day when I was just like, do I like this person, to December 30th saying, yeah, I'm over it at this point, such a roller coaster, man. Like, that first week of December was really weird because it was a much smaller roller coaster than the rest of the month. Like in the first videos, I don't think I actually talked about it, but like it was small up and downs. Like, yes, I really like them. Back to neutral. Like, do I like them? I don't know. I don't really care. Back to, oh yeah, I really like them, and then back to neutral. I hit like the middle of the month, like say the 16th through the 18th, and it was like when the normal one was only about this high, the other one was like this high, way over. So it was like, yeah, I really, really like this person, to by the 18th it was, now I'm back to neutral. And then I would go right back into way up high, way back to the neutral. And at Move conference, I had several conversations with people, and they helped me, not lose my mind, which is a term I'm going to use a lot this year. Trying to not lose my mind. I'm glad my roommates are not in the building because I'm being really loud right now. Anyway, but yeah, like Move conference, I was just like, for sure at this point, I'm over the feelings. I'm fine. And then here we are now. So that's how I am. That probably did not answer the question at all. But that's all you're gonna get. Sorry. But yeah, I'm back. I'm not gonna record every day, obviously. Probably won't even do it every week. I'm gonna try to. That doesn't mean I'm going to. Here, let me do something really quick. Oh, dadgummit. Well, I didn't mean to rip it, but that's December. Goodbye, December. Goodbye, 2019. The very easily the worst year of my life. And the fact that I'm saying that says a lot, because 2012 was bad, y'all. That's December. Gone. Into a drawer. Lord, January looks just dead right now. There's nothing on my calendar. Anyway. So yeah, that's that. That's how my holiday was. How was your holiday? If you even watched this video, put it in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm just trying to do a straight up YouTuber. Which I'm gonna try not to do because this is a journal. This is not a YouTube channel. This is a journal. But yeah, if I actually have anyone who watches this and has watched 30 minutes worth of me rambling about how my holiday is gone, put it in the comments. Yeah, how was your holiday? Did you do anything fun? How are you today? Alright, that's gonna... Let me just double check. Yep, it's gonna do it for me today. For this journal entry. I will say it's pretty odd because I'm thinking back to where I was like mentally and emotionally with like the first video. Gosh, if you finish watching this video and then go to the first one, Lord, it's such a difference. And I can tell you why. Because I'm not dealing with a girl anymore. No, just playing. She was a wonderful person. I'm gonna stop talking about her now. Anyway, but yeah, there's quite a difference. I can tell, like even while I'm recording this, I can tell there's quite a lot of difference between the me that recorded on December 5th, right? Yeah, December 5th is when I recorded, and the person who's recording it now at 8:30 on January 1st. So, anyway, that's me. Happy New Year, everybody. Hopefully your 2020 is going to be a lot better than your 2019. Because I'm sure hoping it is for me. 2019 was rough, as you can tell from the first video. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Happy New Year, everybody. If you're done with your holidays, great. If you're not, happy holidays to you. Hopefully you have a wonderful time. And catch you guys in the next one. Bye.